So I'd like to seek the blessings of Lord Kalki. And because today is his appearance day, which might sound a little odd because he's supposed to appear in 400 or 1,000 years time. But he, of course, appeared in the previous Kali Yuga, at the end of the previous Kali Yuga. So I presume we're celebrating that appearance of the Lord. And we like to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balaram, Gauritai, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees, so that we can look at some of the pastimes of this incredible incarnation of the Lord. So this is a Bhagavatam verse which predicts his appearance.
Atasu yuga sandhyayam dasyu presu rajasu janita vishnu yasasu namna kalke jagatpati. Translation: Therefore, at the conjunction of the two yugas, the Lord of the creation will take his birth as the Kalki incarnation, become the son of Vishnu Yasa. At this time, the rulers of the earth will have degenerated into plunderers.
So this is any avatar of the Lord is predicted in the scriptures. And this is a prediction in the Srimad Bhagavatam of the appearance of Lord Kalki. Lord Buddha was also predicted, as is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now why does he appear at the end of Kali Yuga? So there's 10 predictions of the degradation of Kali Yuga, which have been described in the Bhagavatam. Actually, there's more. These are the main ones, where religion, truthfulness, cleanliness, tolerance, mercy, duration of life, physical strength, and memory will all diminish day by day because of the powerful influence of age of Kali. Second is in Kali Yuga, wealth alone will be considered the sign of a man's good birth, proper behavior, and fine qualities. So if someone is rich, he's highly regarded. And law and justice will be applied only on the basis of one's power. Men and women will live together merely because of superficial attraction. And success in business will depend on deceit. Womanliness and manliness will be judged according to one's expertise in sex. And a man will be known as a Brahmin just by wearing a thread. A person's spiritual position will be ascertained merely according to external symbols. And on that basis, people will change from one spiritual order to the next. A person's propriety will be seriously questioned if he does not earn a good living. And one who is very clever at juggling words will be considered a learned scholar. A person will be judged unholy if he does not have money, and hypocrisy will be accepted as a virtue. Marriage will be arranged simply by verbal agreement, and a person will think he is fit to appear in public if he has merely taken a bath. Of course, nowadays people don't even bother taking baths. A sacred place will be taken to consist of no more than a reservoir of water located at a distance. And beauty will be thought to depend on one's hairstyle. Filling the belly will become the goal of life, and one who is audacious will be accepted as truthful. He who can maintain a family will be regarded as an expert man, and the principles of religion will be observed only for the sake of reputation. Number 7, 8, as the earth thus becomes crowded with a corrupt population, whoever amongst any of the social classes shows himself to be the strongest will gain political power. Harassed by famine and excessive taxes, people will resort to eating leaves, roots, flesh, wild honey, fruit, flowers, and seeds. Struck by drought, they will become completely ruined. So we can see global warming coming into play. The citizens will suffer greatly from cold, wind, heat, rain, and snow. They will further be tormented by quarrels, hunger, thirst, disease, severe anxiety. Maximum duration life for human beings in Kali will become 50 years. So these are the conditions under which Kalki appears. When Kali Yuga deteriorates, as predicted in the 2nd chapter of the 12th canto of the Bhagavatam, it is foretold in many scriptures that Lord Kalki will appear. So this is in the Bhagavatam 12:2-18. Lord Kalki will appear in the home of the most eminent Brahman of Shambal village, the great soul Vishnu Yash, endowed with 8 superhuman faculties. This is Vishnu Puran. He will restore order and peace in this world, overcrowded with creatures and contradictory in its laws. He will be the destroyer of all. He will be the maker of a new yuga, Satyuga, Mahabharat. Lord Kalki will end the age of Kali and will kill all the wicked, malicious, low class and evil beings, and thus destroy the bad condition of the world. Padma Puran. When the non-Aryans who pose as kings begin devouring men who appear righteous and feed on human beings, Kalki as the son of Vishnu Jas and Yajnavalkya as his priest and teacher will destroy these non-Aryans with his weapons. He will establish moral law in the form of the fourfold varnas, or the suitable organization of society in 4 classes, Varnashram Dharma. After that, people will return to the path of righteousness. So after that, after he ends Kali, Satyuga begins. So this is from the Agni Puran. Narayan shall appear in one of his rays in the form of great Kalki as the son of that Brahman. He will be mounted on a very big horse and holding a sword in his hand. This is from the Brahma Vaivarta Puran. So quite a few scriptures. I think there's many more actually. There's in fact the Kalki Puran, which is completely dedicated to Lord Kalki. In the scriptures, the name of the place where Lord Kalki will appear and the name of his family in which he will be born are mentioned. It is important to understand that the avatars of the Lord are specifically predicted in the scriptures. The family of Kalki will be qualified Brahmins. This means that a disciple and family line of spiritually qualified Brahmins will remain on the planet throughout the age of Kali, no matter how bad things get. But they may well just be underground. They may not be easy to find because things get really bad. Though they may be hidden, living in a small village somewhere, it will be this line of bhaktas, spiritual devotees of the Vedic tradition, from which the bluish black Lord Kalki will appear in the future. Kalki will be born from a Brahman who is actually an incarnation of Swambhu Manu. Swambhu Manu performed austerities on the banks of the Gomati river to have Lord Vishnu as his son in 3 different lifetimes. Lord Vishnu, being pleased with Swambhu Manu, granted the blessing that he would appear as Swambhu Manu's son, as Lord Ram, Krishna, and Kalki. Thus Swambhu would appear as Dashrath, Vasudev, and then Vishnu Yash. This is according to the Padma Puran. Further explanations are given in the Kalki Puran. After hearing everything that the demigods had to say regarding the situation on earth, Lord Vishnu said, "O Brahma, rest assured I will soon descend to the earth and appear in the village known as Shambal. I will take birth in the house of a Brahman named Vishnu Yash from the womb of his wife Sumati. My mission will be to eliminate the wicked Kali and his influence with the help of my 4 brothers. O demigods, your expansions should also take birth on the earth to assist me in my mission. My consort, the beloved lotus-eyed Kamala Devi, will also appear on the earth having the name Padma. She will be born from the womb of Kaumudi, the wife of Brihadratha, the king of Shimhala. O demigods, you should not delay. By your plenary portions, take birth on the earth. Later on, I will entrust the responsibility for ruling the earth to 2 powerful kings named Maru and Devapi. So they take it forward. They become next rulers in Satyuga. I will then again establish Satyuga and thus reinstate the principles of religion as they were before. Rest assured that I will return to Vaikuntha only after destroying the poisonous snake Kali. So this is all in the Kalki Puran. Quite a lot of detail. There's a lot more actually. We've just given a very brief summary. Thus, it is important to consider these factors to understand that not just anyone can claim to be Kalki. There are certain personalities who claim, I am Kalki. And I think one of them is sitting in prison somewhere in South Bharat, which many ordinary and even unscrupulous men try to do. Unfortunately, in this age of Kali, there are many cheaters and many who want to be cheated. When somebody claims that they are God or that this person or that person is God, then if we understand the qualifications of God, we will not be cheated. In Kalki Puran, Parshuram, as Kalki's teacher, explains to Kalki after his training what his mission will be. You have learned the art of discharging arrows from me. You will take transcendental knowledge from Sukadeva Goswami. You will be awarded a powerful weapon by Lord Shiva. Thereafter, you will marry a woman named Padma from the island of Simhala. Oh, Sri Lanka. Your mission is to re-establish Sanatana Dharma. Thereafter, you will set out to conquer the entire world, and in the course of that conquest, you will defeat many sinful kings who are representatives of Kali. You will also annihilate many followers of Buddhism. And finally, you will entrust the responsibility of ruling the world to Devapi and Maru. The Kalki Puran goes on to explain that in his search for the nefarious person known as Kali, Lord Kalki would go to the favorite places of that personality, the playgrounds of inauspicious creatures such as ghosts, foxes, and jackals. These places are permeated with the foul odor of decaying beef and infested with crows and owls. Kali's domain can be found wherever there is gambling and intoxication. Kali's favorite place of residence are always causes of fear and danger. The men in Kali Yuga are completely under the demanding sway of gratifying their senses with no moral foundation. Why Lord Kalki would pursue the agents of the personality of Kali is further explained in Kalki Puran. Because they transgressed all the Vedic principles of religion, all these relatives or agents of Kali are the destroyers of sacrifice. So no puja will continue. Study of the Vedas will be stopped. No charity. There are reservoirs of mental distress, disease, old age, destruction of religious principles, sorrow, lamentation, and fear. These descendants of Kali are found wandering everywhere throughout the kingdom of Kali, misguided people who, due to lusty desires, are extremely sinful, very proud, and even violent to their own father and mother. Even those who are known as twice-born Brahmins, spiritually initiated, are devoid of all good behavior without any observance of proper etiquette. Some of Kalki's activities are described in the Puranas. He will wander all over the planet without being seen by others. Then he will start his campaign in his 32nd year and roam the earth for 20 years. So 52 years is on this planet, at least. He will take with him a big army of horses, chariots, and elephants, surrounded by hundreds and thousands of spiritually purified Brahmins armed with weapons. Being Brahmins, these weapons may be Brahminical weapons that are activated by mantra, rather than weapons of combat, such as guns, etc. So this is from the Brahmanda Puran. Lord Kalki will mount his swift white horse, Devadatt, and sword in hand, travel all over the earth, exhibiting his 8 mystic opulences and 8 special qualities of Godhead. Bhagavatam. He will duly give away this earth at a great horse ritual to the Brahmins and will then enter a charming forest. The Vishnu Puran, Book 4, continues to explain Lord Kalki's activities. By his irresistible might, he will destroy all the malechas and thieves, all whose minds are devoted to iniquity. He will re-establish righteousness upon earth. The minds of those who live at the end of Kali Yuga shall be awakened and shall be as clear as crystal. The men who are thus changed by virtue of that peculiar time shall be the seeds of human beings, shall give birth to a race which will follow the laws of Kriti age, which is Satyug, the age of purity. As it is said, when the moon and the sun, and the moon and the lunar asterism, Trishya, and the planet Jupiter are in one mansion, the Krita age, Satyug, shall return. After Lord Kalki has removed all of the nefarious and wicked kings, rulers, and people, and the atheistic religions had also been abolished for the real spiritual process of Sanatana Dharma, Lord Kalki returns from his wanderings over this planet to remain in the village of Shambhala. Lord Kalki continues to reside in the village of Shambhala along with his brothers, sons, relatives, and associates for 1,000 years. The entire village of Shambhala, which was as good as the heavenly planets, appeared very beautiful with its assembly houses, gates, raised platforms, flags, flapping in the breeze that have been placed here and there. Anyone who gave up his material body in Shambhala was freed from all sinful reactions and awarded shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Kalki. The Kalki Puran also describes how Lord Kalki made arrangements for the management of the territory for peaceful existence. So thereafter, the unlimited powerful Lord Kalki continues to reside at Shambhala, and he gave various lands to King Vishakhabhyup to rule. Lord Kalki ordered his son Kritavarma to rule numerous other kingdoms. Lord Kalki respectfully offers heaps of jewels and other kinds of wealth to the citizens of Shambhala. He then continues to happily reside there as a householder, along with his wives, Rama and Padmavati. It was at this time that Satyug recommenced. So after the 52 years, he stays in Shambhala. By the order of Lord Kalki, the two kings, Maru and Devapi, executed their duties of protecting the people of the world. The Kalki Puran further relates the auspicious conditions that were found while Lord Kalki ruled the planet. As the time went on, the day finally arrived for Kalki to return to his spiritual residence. The Kalki Puran describes what happened. One day, after hearing the prayers of the demigods, Lord Kalki statically expressed his own desire to return to Vaikuntha, his spiritual abode, taking with him these eternal associates. Thereafter, Lord Kalki summoned his 4 very powerful sons, all of whom were very dear to the citizens because they were very pious and influential, and handed over the rule of the kingdom to them. The Lord then addressed his subjects, revealing his intention. Lord Kalki said, "At the request of the demigods, I will return to Vaikuntha." When the inhabitants of Shambhala heard this, they were shocked and began shedding tears of grief. Just as sons addressed their fathers, the people began speaking of the Lord after offering their obeisances. After hearing the prayers of his subjects, Lord Kalki pacified them as far as possible and then departed for the forest, taking with him his 2 consorts, Padmavati and Rama. Thereafter, Lord Kalki, surrounded by many sages, traveled to the Himalayan mountains. The Lord sat by the side of the Ganga and then assumed his 4-armed form while entering deep into meditation upon himself. In this way, Lord Kalki enacted his pastime of disappearance from this world with his consorts. So when will Kalki appear? It is predicted that Lord Kalki will appear at the end of Kali Yuga. There are 427,000 years left in the age of Kali Yuga. However, as great sins, Mahapapa, are increasing in this age, especially the cruel treatment of Gomata and mass slaughters of animals, the lifespan of the personality of Kali is drastically being reduced, and there are spiritual authorities who understand and are praying that Kalki will appear well before the 422,000 years time. So our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Krishna Swami Maharaj, he installed Lord Kalki in Punjab in the late 1990s due to his deep concern for the welfare of the human race and the terrible cruelty inflicted on Gomata, especially in Bharat. And his spiritual master also, they used to say that Kalki is going to appear soon because Kali has eaten his good karma. He's performed so much bad Mahapap is being performed in the age of Kali. So it's reducing its own age. So they would pray for Kalki to appear. So although this 32,000 years is a guideline, the devotees of the Lord can call upon the Lord to appear sooner. And by their loud cries, by their very intense prayers, the Lord will appear. So we shouldn't think that, we shouldn't wait for Kalki to appear, of course. We have to try to become as Krishna conscious as humanly possible or divinely possible and leave this world before any chance of Kalki even appearing. It won't be a nice place to be. We're lucky that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared only just over 500 years ago, because after his appearance, the next 10,000 years are regarded to be very good, almost like Satyayuga, in terms of becoming God realized, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us the process, very simple process of chanting the holy names of the Lord. So we are very, very fortunate. Have to make use of that great fortune. And somehow or other we've fallen into this Hare Krishna movement. And we've been very fortunate to do that. So time to take shelter of the Guru, the spiritual master, without whose mercy or blessings there's no hope. Catch on to those lotus feet, hold on to those lotus feet, not let go of those lotus feet. And he will carry us through this age. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very kindly has given us a wonderful process. And Prabhupada very, very kindly has given us a wonderful home where we can all live, which consists of chanting, dancing, feasting. It's not difficult. It's very easy, very simple. Of course, in this age of Kali Yuga, nothing is easy. But the process is very, very straightforward. We don't have to make it complicated. It's very straightforward. So this is a little bit we wanted to say about Lord Kalki on his wonderful appearance day. And if there's anybody who'd like to say anything, any contribution, anything that you like to mention, any realizations about Kalki, because Guru Maharaj was very strong on Kalki. He installed a deity of Kalki in Kalki Dham in Punjab. Very beautiful deity, extraordinarily beautiful deity.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
I have sometimes prayed for Lord Kalki to appear earlier. Yeah.
Right.
Because of whatever is happening and drought and fighting and so much. So yeah, he's quite merciful avatar, isn't he?
Understandable. Yes. Extremely. I mean, to the devotees is very merciful. To the non-devotees is very merciful because he'll kill them. And by being killed by Kalki, you know, you're going to be in a good place. But of
Yeah.
course, we don't desire that, of course. But
Great.
yeah, no, it's for sure, for sure. Anything you want to add? Karuna, anything you'd like to add to?
That there is one Kalki temple, and I think it's Jaipur. or
Jaipur.
something. Yeah,
Devdat,
yeah,
where the horse is going to appear.
that's right. Yes.
We went to that place in Jaipur. The horse is already installed there, huge. And it said that the horse will be coming from there in Jaipur.
Is the Shambal village somewhere there?
No, that's I think UP. No?
UP, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's about 3 hours from Delhi.
Yeah, we've been there.
car.
Been there once. Yeah. Interesting place. Interesting place. Shambul.
I think there's a lot of Muslims at the moment in that village.
That's right. Yeah. But you know where that actually is, who knows? If that is the place, that is the place. But who knows? Can't be sure. I just want to share. Let me see if I can open it up.
The deity has been installed in Punjab.
Yeah. Bit weird. Right. Okay. Just 1 second. This is the deity. Very, very beautiful. Extremely beautiful. And there's the horse, Devdat.
Devdat is a name of a shank mentioned in the Gita, isn't it? Is it Devdat?
Devdat. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
That's correct. Yeah, well done. Well done. That's correct. There you go. And there's Lord Brahma. There's Lord Shiva. And this is Laddu Gopal, Kamala Devi. And then we have Param Guru Maharaj, Shaji Maharaj. Is that Shaji Maharaj or is that Chota Guru Maharaj? I can never remember. Let's Guru Maharaj.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's amazing actually. It's amazing.
This is what is in the temple.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Guru just installed. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you think Shambhala is like new our Vrindavan?
Unlikely to be. Well, mind you, can never tell, but unlikely to be. Unlikely to be. Thank you. Thank you, Naniwin. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan.
Thank you for today's satsang. Very nice, interesting.
Yeah. Kalki Avatar ki jai.
Yeah.